Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm going to talk today about how to say the Sunshine Policy is a fraudulent policy. Number one, okay? In 1998, as I've said before, 200 North Korean spies were caught in a submarine, a South Korean fishing net, caught the submarine, and the 200 spies committed suicide. Well, the first principle of the Sunshine Policy is that the South Korea will not tolerate an armed provocation from the North. But when that happened, the South Korean government basically covered it up. The Kim Dae-jung government covered that incident up. There was limited information on there. The information later got released when Im Young-bak became president and the Sunshine Policy was declared a failure. All right, okay. So first of all, that's how the policy is fraudulent. Okay, the second thing, okay, that the Sunshine Policy aims to change North Korea's leadership through exchange and cooperation, and but there was no cooperation from North Korea's part because, well, one, they didn't try to implement any kind of reforms, and number two, the North Korean government demanded that the South Korea give, and the North Korean government basically just took. For Kim Dae-jung to have that summit with Kim Jong-il, who was leader of North Korea at the time, it cost the South Korean government $1.5 billion. Okay? North Korea paid maybe, it was like maybe $200,000 to $300,000 for the summit, but it was very, very little. Okay? That is not an exchange or cooperation. And also, there were two naval clashes in the West Sea that did happen. And despite that, there were still visits to the Mount Kumgang tourist area in North Korea. Well, that was another armed provocation, and if the South Korean government at the time was not going to tolerate that armed provocation, they should have suspended the tourism in the Mount Kumgang area, but that was not done. So the point is that that's where the Sunshine Policy is a fraudulent policy. Also, North Korea said they were going to give a lot of their food and aid to the starving populations of North Korea, but the military took the aid, and that was a violation of the agreement. North Korea violated agreement after agreement, and it didn't work. And no president, whoever gets elected president of South Korea, should not continue the Sunshine Policy because it's a fraudulent policy, because North Korea did not implement any democratic reform, any free market reform. North Korea also was still hostile and belligerent to the South Korean government. Behind closed doors, North Korea called Kim Dae-jung a little worm. They called him a worm. So they did not respect or like Kim Dae-jung. And North Korean defectors who lived during the Sunshine Policy testify to that. They also testify the average North Korean their lives did not improve under the Sunshine Policy. They did not see any of the aid, and they have testified to that. So I call it a shoeshine policy because it appeased the Kim regime and all its evil, and then also you could call it a moonshine policy because North Korea reaped the benefits and didn't implement any reform. Like I said, the workers at the Kaesong industrial facility, the North Korean government takes 75% of what they earn. The workers don't see that. And also, balloon launches are banned during the Sunshine Policy. Balloon launches from South Korea, and North Koreans can't know how their government's oppressing them. But also, defectors' testimonies get are silenced. A lot of defectors' testimonies are silenced. And that violates South Korea's freedom of speech, and that's liberty in the name of peace. But there's really no peace because, as I've said before, the spies trying to enter North Korea, as well as the naval clashes in the West Sea. Also, South Korea has imprisoned North Korean spies. Most of them choose to stay in South Korea, but some choose to go back to North Korea. And they do imprison North Korean spies when they're caught, but under the Sunshine Policy, the spies who wish to go back to North Korea were released. Some were released and forced to go back to North Korea against their will. But at the same time, there were abductees. North Korea abducted South Korean fishermen along the West Sea, and the abductions of the fishermen was not brought up. And also the abductions of the fishermen, South Korea did not demand for the fishermen to be returned. Okay, this policy cannot stand with dealing with North Korea. So anyways, hope everybody's doing well. Take care. God bless. Bye bye.